Hey everybody, what's up? Lex here, and it is time for the review of the Nintendo 2DS. This is the Crimson and Black version. I did the unboxing video, and now it's time to show you a little more about the system. Now, this system is very controversial, very polarizing. Most people do not like it from the sight of it, but I'm here to compare it to a few other systems, a few other DSs, in both weight and basically how big it is. Obviously, this system does not fold like all other DSs. That was a design choice made by Nintendo mainly for children who tend to get overzealous with opening DSs and break the hinges. Certainly, I've seen it many of times when trading in systems. People bring in broken hinges and stuff like that from their little kids. Even dropping it can cause that problem. So you see with the DS Lite, it's pretty much the same size as the DS Lite, wide open, very similar to the original 3DS. And then of course the XL just shadows the 2DS when it's open, at least. Just overall, the system is a good size for my hands, at least. I am reviewing this with children in mind, 4 to 8 years old maybe, and maybe it's a bit big for them. I'm not 100% sure on that. Again, I only have my hand, so I can only tell from that. But one of the big important things with these smaller systems is weight. Sometimes even me, I get tired of holding my XL after a short while. So we're going to basically weigh all these systems in ounces and see what they come out to. So first, let's go ahead and weigh the DS Lite and make sure the game is out. So DS Lite folded weighs 7.2 ounces. See how that stacks up against the rest of them. Let's go ahead and measure the original 3DS, the Midnight Purple one. And we've got 8.3 ounces on that, so the DS Lite is still the lightest. Move on to the XL, which is obviously going to be the heaviest, unless the 2DS shocks us, basically. Make sure the game is out, and there it is, 11.8 ounces for the XL. And finally, the Nintendo 2DS, which is what everybody's kind of waiting for, 9.1 ounces. So, it's in between original 3DS and an XL. Obviously, well, I wouldn't say in between because it's a lot, it's a lot lighter than an XL. But one thing I really like about this system, and it was up top there, I'm going by pretty quickly, you'll see a new home button. That's the sleep slider on the bottom. So usually you would fold your DS to make it go to sleep. It's not the case. With this, you just slide that over. You saw the start and select buttons. They are now on the side instead of the bottom. There's a camera. One thing I really like about this, though, is that the joypad seems to have a better grip than the other systems, the original 3DS and the XL. So we got the shoulder buttons, which actually wrap around to the side, and it's very comfortable fit when playing. You had the game slot, the charger slot there. Wireless does not have a slider. It's just that little light there. The stylus has grooves, so you can pick it out right there. Really get it out easy with those grooves. They just grip really well. The SD card slot's a bit different. It has a hinge instead of being tethered to some plastic. And inside we have an SD card, a Samsung 4GB. So all different brands for all the different models of the DS, which is interesting. Last one, the XL, was a Lexor, I believe, and the one before that was a SanDisk in the original 3DS, but this one seems to be Samsung. So headphone jack right there, or port rather, and 2 lanyard areas on each side. The volume button is an improvement over the XL because you don't accidentally hit it when you're holding it, because it's kind of indented in there with grooves so you can grip it. On the back here we've got the dual cameras. Now obviously this is a 2DS, it doesn't have 3DS technology in it, so you cannot take 3D pictures or view 3D pictures. But not a big loss, I think. Something you could really do without. A little engraved Nintendo there on the back. Let's take a look at the sound and lighting here. This is with the brightness turned all the way up. As you can see, not a whole lot of difference between each system. I mean, it's bright enough, it's loud enough. I'm not going to do a comparison in this video. You can check out my other video, my XL review video, to see what the sound level is on those systems. But basically, this is perfect for kids 4 to 8. Who maybe parents out there are a little afraid of giving their kids a hinge that they could probably snap. It plays really well. The D-pad, the actual joystick sticks. It grips really well, and that was one of the things I was loving playing this. I played a lot of 3D Land, Mario 3D Land with this, and the joystick was awesome. The shoulder buttons are awesome. I thought it would be kind of difficult to grip. Turns out it's not, and it's actually comfortable because there's slanted sides on the system. It's really comfortable to hold. Basically, the system is for people who maybe want they want to play 3DS games, but they don't care about the 3D. They don't care about transporting it anywhere. This is basically a system you can keep at the house. And just bust that out and play it whenever. It doesn't look cool, really. I mean, it looks cool to me in the sense that it kind of looks retro in a way. It's really simple, but it also has that hard red and black design to it. All in all, it's just if you're not wanting to spend the $200 or whatever to get a bundle deal with an XL, or if you don't want to get an original 3DS, which at this point I really don't recommend, I would go either 2DS or XL, and obviously one is going to be XL is going to be for the people who really care about how the system looks, and I really care about transporting it and protecting that screen when it's folded inside of itself. The 2DS though is something that you can get your kids if you're not comfortable with them having such fragile technology. Certainly I have that worry. My kid loves video games, and I definitely want to encourage that at all turns, but at the same time I don't want him breaking everything that I try to give him. He's done really well with the light that he's had so far, but this is a good way to get 3DS games in his hands without having to worry about that, and I think most of the parents that are watching this review will probably find comfort in that as well. I think this will be a very, very hot seller come the holiday. Maybe not selling well out of the gate, but once the parents are informed about it, once they know about it and know what it can do and see that price tag mainly too, they're going to be snatching this up for Christmas for kids. It's going to be a great gift, and there's tons of great 3DS games for everyone to play. So if you've been on the fence, 2DS may not be the coolest thing in school, but if you pick one of these up, at least you'll get to experience most of those games, and you'll also be able to play the original DS games as well. So I actually really like the 2DS. It's not perfect, but it's certainly accessible, and it certainly has a purpose and a place in the market and on shelves in video game stores. So thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this review, go ahead and give it a like. Subscribe for more unboxing and reviews. I have the PS4 coming up on November 15th. And also give me a comment and tell me what you think of the 2DS, judging by this review and not just by seeing an ad for it or something like that. Thank you very much again for watching. Until next time, see you later, folks.